So ever since the Toby drama, and even recently with the Hopeless Peaches situation, I've seen a lot more critique videos being made about Creepshow Art, and I'm all for it. Creepshow Art definitely has things to improve in, and I'm glad I'm seeing a lot of people come together in agreement on what she should improve in. However, with these videos sharing a very similar idea, there are some things that I feel like I haven't seen enough people say, if at all. So I want to talk about those few things that Creepshow Art should improve in or try to improve in that isn't really talked about enough in other videos. But as per usual, before this video officially starts, I have a couple of disclaimers and announcements. I don't mean any harm with this video. I'm simply here to critique Creepshow Art and her actions, seeing as though she has almost 500,000 subscribers, which, congratulations. And with such a big audience, she can have a high influence over people. And with that said, please don't go harass anyone mentioned in this video. This video is simply just to critique someone, and there's no reason to harass someone, nor do I condone it. I know some people are fast to jump on the locomotive to go harass someone just because they have a big platform and they made the slightest mistake. As Moist Critical said quite recently as I'm recording this, I'm not disappointed, I'm just pissed. Don't go harass someone just because I'm talking about them in a not so positive light. But with all that out of the way, let's get to our first point. So for some context for this point, I have to say, first, Shannon is a white creator. Well, you could probably tell where this is going. Shannon is a white creator. And second of all, the situation that I'm going to be using as evidence was the Hopeless Peaches debacle, where Creepshow Art and Hopeless Peaches got into it on Twitter. And Creepshow Art made 2 videos actually covering the situation. The second one is the one I'll be talking about. Shannon kind of has this tendency to call things racist that aren't actually racist. I can see the good intention she is trying to lay out here. However, I feel like she should leave this kind of stuff and these call-outs to people of color and wait until it's actually been confirmed that it is racist intent before hopping on the wagon. The example I see most people use of this is when she was talking about a piece of art in a video about a Tumblr artist and called it racist because it was of the female Ghostbusters and the features on the black Ghostbuster was exaggerated. A lot of black creators came out and said that this actually wasn't inherently racist since they were just drawing features that black creators and black people in general tend to have, like a wider nose, bustier lips, etc. Now, coming from a white creator myself, I try to stay out of race-based debacles. I don't like covering race topics because I'm white and I have a fear of spreading misinformation or painting something in a worse light than it actually is. Creepshow Art seems to have less of a fear of that than I do, as seen in her second Hopeless Peaches video. I couldn't find the exact clip myself, however I did know Hopeless Peaches used it in her response video, so I included it as well as her reaction because this is a very serious accusation that came out of nowhere with no evidence, might I add.
And high-key a bit racist when we get into what you try to pull with Kai and Omnia. I mean, you have to be the white girl victim to the angry black woman and black man, right?
Shannon, did you just call me racist because I had a disagreement with Omnia? I hope you realise this reflects poorly on you, right? Stop diluting the term racist. It's crying for wolf at best and damaging at its worst. You've been criticised for your white saviour complex before now, and it seems you've yet to take that criticism to heart.
This last statement, of course, relating to the Tumblr artist situation with the Ghostbuster drawing. As I said before, this is a very serious accusation that has no evidence behind it, and it seems like she's trying to slander Peach's name worse than it already was. She lost over 30,000 subscribers, and she was already hurting from the situation, and now you're calling her a racist with no evidence, knowing that people are going to listen to you? It's insane, which leads me to my next point. The fact that Shannon likes making accusations without really showing evidence for them. Going back to the very second video Shannon made on the Hopeless Peaches situation, right at the beginning of the video, when she starts talking about Manga Common, someone who was barely involved in this situation to begin with, she starts pretty much calling him sexist because in the video Manga Common made about Shannon, he didn't swear. So, apparently that's sexist now. I mean, apparently I'm sexist because I don't intend on swearing in this video at all. The worst word I'll probably say is racist, sexist, and even if I get mad enough, I'll say frick. I'll say frick in all of its variants because, why not? Let's make it spicy. Just because he's not acting like Toby and swearing every other word at you does not mean he's being sexist. That's like saying I completely disapprove of profanity and the use of it just because I don't swear in my videos, which is not true. Profanity is part of my natural language, whether I'm singing a song that has a million cuss words in it, or I'm just talking to myself, because that's what normal people do.
And also, might I add, make a comment. Let it be known that I so appreciate the fact that you try to keep it classy in front of us women by not swearing. I really do appreciate that because my fragile little constitution simply cannot handle any form of cussing. If I hear someone swear even a little bit, I just fall to pieces. So thank you for that, my most chivalrous gentleman. That's so strange that you need to feel the need to not do that, but alright.
What the heck is this, Shannon? I don't understand. Why are you calling him sexist indirectly? Because he chose not to swear. That I will never understand. But I'm not just gonna sit here and talk about Creepshow Art's second Hopeless Peaches video because there's more examples on stuff she's done. Let's talk about Creepshow Art's drag queen video on Jake Yoints, I think it is. Jake Yoints? I don't know, I can't speak well. Now, for the allegation I'm about to say, I would not have known that this existed without a YouTuber called Charity Rivers bringing it to light, because the video that I'm talking about, I didn't watch, I wasn't interested in it. However, because of Charity Rivers and the video he made on it, I now know about it, and it's disgusting. His video, along with the others, will of course be linked in the description. I suggest you go watch it. It goes further in depth than me. Now, in this video, in early of 2020, around April or May, Creepshow Art accused two people of spreading adult content of Jake as a minor. Jake Yoints. I'm gonna call him Jake. Creepshow Art accused two people of spreading adult content of a minor, Jake as a minor, from Snapchat. And this is a very, very serious allegation. If you didn't think the racist and the sexist allegations were serious, this one is literal CP. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, this kind of allegation, there's obviously going to be really strong evidence. Nobody would make this kind of false allegation, right? Right?
So lackluster, they are resorting to using images that were leaked when he was a minor. Images that, are less than legal. And these people are sharing them all over their platform of over 200,000 followers. After all of that, Shea Coulee and Ariel Versace, another Drag Race contestant, who has hated Jake from the moment he reported on their racist 9/11 performance and their racist take about the Little Mermaid, came into contact with someone who was sending out leaked Snapchat messages from when Jake was a minor. These messages were sex from when Jake was between the ages of 15 to 17, and these were leaked as part of a paste bin where images of him when he was less than legal and not clothed were leaked as well.
I mean, hey, she showed a screenshot on screen of a twerk that you can go read. It must be true, right? I mean, except for the fact that there's no CP in the thread, then it's completely true, except that it's not. Frankly, I can't see a single person with any kind of platform going around and sharing CP willy-nilly in a Twitter thread to try and call someone out. I don't see that happening with anyone. Shannon later in a video starts acting a little manipulative and gaslighting by painting someone as a evil person, just a completely evil person. Not only for things they did, yes, that were really bad, but also saying things that, again, never happened. There was no CP shared. I'm not going to go too in-depth with it because Charity Rivers' video talks about it and goes in-depth with it, so I highly recommend you go watch his video, again, linked in the description. So let's make an overview of what I've said so far against Shannon. She called someone racist because she, a white person who is already in a very bad spotlight, had an argument with someone of color, and therefore apparently that makes them racist. I would also like to add in that in the Hopeless Peaches drama, I can't find a single screenshot or conversation that mentioned race once. So even if she could find evidence of Hopeless Peaches being racist, it has nothing to do with the situation in talking with Omnia, having an argument with Omnia. Next, she indirectly called someone sexist because they refused to swear in a video that they made talking about her. Once again, I cannot find any evidence of this, and I can't find any evidence of misogyny, so that's invalid. And lastly, she accused people of spreading nudes of a minor from a Snapchat conversation through a Twitter thread. Though I agree that some of the stuff that was in this Twitter thread was completely uncalled for and didn't need to be there, there was absolutely no nudes, or as Shannon called it, revenge in this thread, especially not of Jake as a minor. And to try and make her claims even more justifiable, she then goes and practically attacks the person who posted the thread. I don't want to use the word attacks, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. She starts trying to paint this person as a completely evil person, not only because of the non-existent CP, but because in the past, this person did send images of gore and self-harm to Shannon through Twitter. Understandably, being self-harm can be very upsetting. However, something Shannon failed to mention is that this person apologized publicly. Not only did they publicly apologize, but they also mentioned the fact that Shannon fails to mention the opposing side of the situation just to make them look even worse than they actually are is truly disgusting in their words. I'm in no way trying to victim blame, and I'm in no way trying to make the situation seem less worse than it actually was. However, it is important to know that Shannon failed to acknowledge the opposing side just to manipulate the situation more in her favor than it actually was. And hearing that out loud, it's starting to make me feel like it's more of an abuse of power because, who actually cares enough to go and correct her, right? I probably wouldn't be saying this if nobody cared, but anyway. I'm going to reiterate, this is a critique video towards Shannon, so please do better. And with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.